So this is your dollar analysis for Monday the 13th of August. Now let's just have a look at where prices and where prices may likely go. So here on the euro dollar, we've seen a break of the 14.29, came up for a pretty close to a retest of that 14.29. Before we did have a close on a recovery, had a gap down the market, brief rally, fell in around at 114. We've come down pretty close in towards the 113.60s slash 70s, and we've seen some bullish buy side momentum come back into the market. So we'll see if we do continue to hold below the 114. If that happens to be the case, we'll be then looking for prices to head down towards that 113, and if there is volatility to take us beyond the 113, the very next level that we are looking at is a move down towards possibly that 11.34 here on the euro dollar. If however we do see the bullish buy side momentum come back into the market and take us beyond the 114, if we do take beyond the 114 and hold the 114, we're looking for a test of the 114.29. Successful break and hold, then we'll be looking for price head up towards this area of consolidation we had previously in around, let's just have a look where that is. It's in around that 114.74 or so. And beyond that, we'll be then looking for price head up towards the 115 here on the euro dollar. What we'll do now is have a look here at the higher time frame and see how prices are developing. So we'll have a look here at the weekly chart. We get scale on here, correct. And as we can see, we didn't have the support found around the 115 for a test of that 120 for our head and shoulders on the weekly chart here. What we did instead see was a subsequent, what we did see was a breakdown from where we were. Not really a perfect symmetrical head and shoulders, but what we have seen is an acceleration momentum here to the downside. We've had prices come down towards the 200 period moving average here on the, let's just see. So we've had the sharp acceleration in momentum here towards the downside on the euro dollar, and we've come towards this 200 period moving average on the weekly chart, which could act as a dynamic level of support here on the euro dollar. Now currently we do have the 200 period average sitting at that 13.57, so we do have to be aware of that being a potential area where we could find support before we move down towards this 113. But if we do see this continued acceleration and momentum here to the downside, the very next level of note is of course in around the let's just see where that is, in around this area we previously had this consolidation for the move to the upside. That's in around 11.34 or so. So if we do see this continued momentum here to the downside, possibly a move down towards that 11.34, from which we could see that bullish bounce. But we do have to be aware of the 200 period average for now, and around at 13.57. What we'll do now is have a look here at the daily chart, see how prices are developing. So here on the daily chart, we can see here, what we can see here on the euro dollar is we've had this recovery, had consolidation, weren't able to break the 17.28 here to the upside, and from there from that 14.78 we've had a break, pullback and acceleration here to the downside beyond that 14.29. We've had a gap down the market, and we are seeing a bit of a recovery here on the euro dollar. So we do have to be aware that we might see a test of that 14.29 before possible continuation here to the downside. Now we did have a pretty strong day on a Friday, so we do have to be aware of the counter trend bounce. But as we've seen the gap down, we've seen a bit of weakness, we may just see that follow through to the downside towards that 113. And with that said, that pretty much wraps up the euro dollar analysis. Thanks for watching.